Peace, world. What is going on? Welcome to another Substantial Weekly. My name is Substantial. Mike is tripping. Let's fix that. Hold on. Try this one more time. 1 2 1 2. I feel like that's better. Boom. There we go. So let's try that again. Peace, world. What is going on? Welcome to another Substantial Weekly. My name is Substantial. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Lots of updates per usual. Jumping into a lot today, talking about the upcoming album, talking about the new single 1580, which is produced by my brother, which is featuring my brother t.lucas and featuring the homie DJ RBI. Produced by me with additional keys laid down by Tone Deaf. So we're gonna, of course, jump into that later today. Some of you have already heard it. Shout out to y'all. Peace to the chat. My supporters holding it down. My man Frank, what's going on? Good to see you, family. My man Joshua McGee, always good to see you, fam. And of course, Nice Afro is in the building. And shout out to those of you who are watching on Facebook and Twitch as well. You'll see me looking around a bit, trying to scramble, get a few last minute things, some slides and stuff in here. So yeah, man, I appreciate the love. Hey, yo, Melvin, peace. What up? Good to see you up in here. All right. Tommy Hackett, what's going on, fam? Yeah, man, happy St. Patrick's Day to those who celebrate. And of course, love to the Irish community, all that good stuff. Yeah, man. So we're going to start real quick on a bit of a somber note. You know what I mean? Just me, keeping it a buck with y'all, kind of letting y'all know what I'm going through, all that good stuff. But yeah, man, so this time of year is actually can be like kind of rough for me because this is the anniversary. It's the 34th anniversary of the death of my father. So on this day, 34 years ago, is when I found out on St. Patrick's Day that my father passed away. He'd actually died the day before. So he died on the 16th, but I wasn't notified. My mother didn't let me know until the 17th. So yeah, man. So if I seen whatever, I'm feeling better now, man. I definitely the day started kind of rough though, you know what I mean? A lot on my mind. And then what's crazy too is right around this time, I gotta talk to Marcus D just to try to remember the exact day. But for those who don't know, when Nujabes first passed away, it actually wasn't made public immediately when he died, right? A lot of us, including some of us who know the family and stuff that like that, we weren't notified until it was like 3 weeks, about 3 to 4 weeks after. So nearly a month after he passed away, people outside of the family were notified. And so it's real close to my father's anniversary, the anniversary of my father's death. So yeah, man, just had a rough day, man. And then I watched the De La Soul performance from Jimmy Fallon last night, and that was like, well, I didn't watch it last night, but I watched it this morning on top of feeling how I was feeling, thinking it was going to lift me up a little bit, and it did, but it also kind of brought me down some too, thinking of Dave. So yeah, man, rest in peace to all of those. Rest in peace to Nujabes. Rest in peace to Trugoy, and rest in peace to my father, of course. You know what I mean? But let's switch it up real quick. Joshua McGee says 1580 straight fire. If you don't know, you're tripping. That's all I got to say about that. I appreciate you, Joshua. Thanks, man. We'll probably start off today by listening to the track for those who ain't heard it yet. Getting ready for work, so I won't be as active in the chat. All good, Frank. We're just happy you're here, man. All right. Tommy says, glad to be here from jump. Struggle to make it on time lately. It's all good, man. I appreciate I appreciate you caring about not being tardy, you know what I mean, to these. That means a lot, because it ain't necessarily the most important thing in the world to some, but I appreciate the fact that you care. All right. Let me post this last thing because I forgot to do something on social media earlier. Boom, there we go. But yeah, man. Hey, Warpath, peace. Good to see you up in here, brother. Thank you for joining us. Whoa, starting off heavy. Condolences. Yeah, man. Yeah, I didn't want to wait until late in the show to just kind of put it out there, just in case if I seem a little off, you know what I mean? I figure I'd just let y'all know out the gate. But yeah, man. RIP. Man, I appreciate that. That De La performance was brilliant, but yeah, bittersweet. Yeah, man. Yeah, I was keeping it together. And then when Plug One started going a cappella, yeah, and then they blacked out everything, so you couldn't see the band behind them, and just really focused on him. That was, whew, man, that was a lot. And then when they put Dave on the screen, I was just like, yeah, man, yeah, it was definitely it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and you summed it up perfectly. It was bittersweet as well. Man, I appreciate it, fam. Thank you, man. No matter the elapsed time, it can still be hard. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Thank you. So yeah. Let me see. I think the thing almost, yeah, okay. It looks like it should be almost done loading. Real quick, if I didn't even say it because I just jumped right into things. If this is your first time to the channel, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are less than 200 people away from, I think I want to say we are, yeah, it's about 180 so like people away from hitting 10,000 subscribers. So it's, I'm hoping that we get there by next month. I feel like it's possible with the amount of activity I got planned for the channel over the next couple weeks. So yeah, man, definitely if you know some folks who are fans who you never see here, you should hit them up, see if they are aware of the channel, because every now and then I get someone in the comments on some of the other videos who don't really know that I have, who never knew I had a YouTube channel. So definitely, man, all your help is always appreciated, spreading the word. Let's get this banner back up here, just with the little reminder. And yeah, I appreciate it, Melvin. Probably hit 10K before 100%. Okay, for those survey folks, man. Yeah, I talked to a few folks because most of the people who have not filled out the surveys are people I know personally, which makes it that much more hilarious. But yeah, man, let's see. Let me make sure I get something up for you guys. Oh my God, there was something else I wanted to tell you. I'm laughing at Joshua's comment again. Also wanted to give you guys heads up, man. The next single for the album has been submitted, and yeah, it's a bit different. It's a bit different than everything else that's coming. We're going to talk about full album updates and all of that a bit later, but yeah, bruh, like the joint, man, it's coming together, something beautiful. Really, really proud of the record. Oh my God, there was something I went to upload that was tripping before, and I don't know if it's going to do it. But what we can do is, while this stuff is loading up, we'll start the Q. We'll do a little bit of Q&A right now. So I'll go ahead and put the banner up. So if you got questions, feel free to jump in with those off top. And then what I'll do is bring up some of these things I want to cover today in a moment. I just want to make sure that this document I have loads in properly, because it was giving me a bit of a headache before the show. But I wanted to make sure we started on time today. Okay, here it comes. Will it work? I don't know. About to find out. Here we go. Got it, maybe. I think we have it. We might. I don't know. Okay, hold up. Yes, son. Hold up. Yes, I think we good. Okay. Yeah, man. Oh, off top. Oh, first and foremost, hold up. Oh yeah. I'm gonna come back to the other comment. Yes, R.I.P. to Bobby Caldwell. What we won't do for love, fame. Absolutely. Yeah, man. I was. Oh wow, Tommy, you didn't know he was white. Yeah, man. I learned he was white when I was still in high school. I've been listening to his music for like a really long time. Like I discovered his music when I was a kid, like real young, elementary school actually. And then I found out he was white in high school when I started collecting vinyl, and I found some vinyl, like one of his joints where his face was actually on the cover. yeah, man, Mr. Blue Eyed Soul, definitely R.I.P. Of course, a lot of people know his voice as well from the Common joint that was produced by Jay Dilla, The Light. There are times when you need someone, I will be by you. Man, that song, forever fire. And the original is crazy as well. If you've never heard the original, definitely check it out. If you want me to do those now, you know what? Hold tight, you know, because I got the thing loaded up, so we'll come back to Q&A. But definitely thank y'all for bringing up Bobby Caldwell. Yeah, man, I appreciate you for pointing that out. So let's jump into it. So first and foremost, I wanted to remind you all. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. Stop the presses. Clap it up for my man Joshua McGee for coming through in the clutch. Don't want to sound like I'm begging, but will there be anywhere I can download Bottom of Your Heart? So I know it's for those with subscriptions, etc., but I need that joint on some of my playlists. Yeah, so I've been debating whether or not to make it downloadable, right? And the reason why I've been hesitant to do that is because although I don't think most of the fans would do that, I think there would be somebody who would be tempted to upload it onto like YouTube or somewhere else. And I kept that private on purpose, you know what I mean? Because number one, I didn't go super hard promoting it publicly to get people to support, to get people who normally wouldn't show up to support anything I'm doing to show up just because it's Nujabes related. Because there are fans who, they don't really rock with me. They just rock with Nujabes. And that's okay. That's fine. But I didn't want to promote the fact that, there's an unreleased Nujabes track to try to attract all these people who typically don't give a damn about what I got going on to come over and support. You see what I'm saying? It's part of the reason why when I do tours, like if it's me by myself, I typically, or even when it's me and Marcus D, I typically don't promote it as a Nujabes tribute show. If you've been to my show or seen these online shows I post, I'm going to pay tribute to him. So I shouldn't have to say that for marketing purposes to get people to show up. And so that's why I'm hesitant to make it downloadable, because I know that there are clout chasers out here that literally will just take it and then upload it to whatever page that they have. Just to attract more, basically, get more brownie points and stuff. And so I like the idea of keeping it private, where it's a thing that, like, for those of y'all who really rock with me and stuff, we were able to share that moment, and it didn't really cost you anything additional outside of the support you were already given to hear it. You know what I mean? So that's where I stand on it. But I feel you though. So maybe, We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. That's all I'll say. All right. Wow. Learn something new every day. Yeah, man. And good afternoon to you, Claudette. All right. Okay. I see a offer from a random person on Twitch to help promote my Twitch channel, but I'm good. Hard pass. Thank you for asking, though. Nujabes shaking his head up there. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's kind of weird, you know what I mean? It's a weird position to be in, but I get it. When you love somebody's music and stuff, I know that the people who really rock with them and stuff, they want access to everything. I've just seen some things over the years where, for example, with the pictures, I think that there are some people who are perfectly fine with talking about Nujabes without including, not just me, but a good amount of the rappers, you know what I mean? Who work with him when, before his stuff really, really took off, were part of the reason why, so many people knew who he was. Because when he started his career, he wasn't putting out just instrumentals. He was putting out music where he collaborated with us. So we helped lay, we are part of the foundation of his career. So it bothers me sometimes when some of us, we share different things or content that, we didn't have to share because it was private to us. And then people reshare it and post it, of course, because they're trying to show other people. But they're also, you see how some of these people carry themselves and stuff like that. And there's a bit of, what's it called? There's social collateral that comes with finding this content first and then sharing it. And so some people care about the legacy, of course, and then others, they share this stuff with no regard. They don't even credit like where they got it from and stuff. And so that's some of the hesitancy that you see with me or whatever. That's what that's about. You know what I mean? But anyway, without spending too much more time on that, Pioneers of lo-fi rap, laugh out loud. In my opinion. Anyway, yeah, man. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I appreciate y'all per usual. So let's talk about some other things. So first and foremost, I wanted to give you guys a quick reminder that later this month, March 31st, I will be doing the first live from home, right here from my studio, right here on the channel. So I'll be doing a beat set, and I'll be performing as well. We're going to hear a lot of the new material, of course, some of the classics too. Yeah, so I think for this first one, I'm going to just keep it with me. And then we're going to see how it goes, see what the turnout is, all that good stuff. And what I'll do is, based on how well it goes, we'll see if we can keep it going. And of course, I got guests lined up. I also want the guests to coincide with things. I want the people who I feature, I want their appearance to coincide with things that they have going on, so they can use it as an opportunity to introduce y'all, not just to, some of their old stuff, but let you know whatever new things they got cooking up. So that's why I figured I'd start this one first, and then we'll go from there. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, excited to bring that back. I know it's been a minute. If we could get a private download, that would be dope. Hey, Joshua, I know you're a real one, so we'll see what we can do. Because I know some of y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all don't get down like that, and I know, we can work something out. So I'll keep you posted. You know what I mean? No promises, though. No promises. Hey, peace. What's going on, Last King Saint? Good to see you up in here. All right. Well, Pap said, this is going to be legendary. Yeah, man, I'm excited to start doing the live from homes again. And we'll talk about some of these in-person gigs in a moment. I just want to make sure I'm straight over here. Yeah, man. I just realized I forgot something in the other area, but it is what it is. Okay, so cool. Let's get into what the next thing is. So we're gonna keep it moving. Hey, Michael Left, peace. Good to see you. Soul Tiger, peace. Good to see you up in here too. Already got my fit for the night. Live from home. Got to show out. I feel you, son. You know what I mean? Yeah, so let's talk about what's next. So, real quick, I wanted to give you all a heads up, man. Definitely support my Words, Beats, and Life family. Words, Beats, and Life is having a festival that's going to be going on. They're introducing the first rap laureate that they're announcing, who is going to be Lupe Fiasco. They haven't confirmed yet if he's going to be a guest, but they will be. We will be celebrating him and his contribution to hip hop as the first rap laureate. So that's super dope. They also have an event going on where they have different poets performing outside of Baltimore, or in Baltimore actually. Some of them are poet laureates. There's a jazz festival that's happening that's featuring Bilal. It's going to be amazing, and y'all definitely should come through and check out my folks. I will be a panelist as well, so hopefully we have more info on that soon. I am bringing up this link in a second. I just want to confirm that it's working properly before I give you the wrong link. But yeah, man, definitely support everything that Words, Beats, and Life got going on, because you already know, supporting my fam is supporting me. All right, so support the people who show me love, because you are indirectly supporting your mans. All right, let's get back into these comments. Hey, peace, nephew. What's going on? Peace, King. Good to see you up in here. All right. Let's see. King Lupe, a master of this rap-ish. Yeah, man. Now it's going to be dope. But definitely, if you want to learn more about the Words, Beats, and Life Festival, be sure to click this link that is in the chat right now. You can save that for later. and you can see all of the events that they have happening over 5 days. It's going to be super dope, super excited. Speaking of festivals, shout out to all my folks right now who are at what's going on? Oh my God, I know it's South by Southwest. I got a lot of homies who's down in Texas right now doing their thing, so shout out to them. But yeah, if I only knew how to do instant transmission, man. Listen, I feel you, all good. But we're gonna talk about something else in a moment, right? So let's switch it up. So for those who don't know, last week I was supposed to go into detail about this. We got off topic, and I forgot to talk about upcoming tour plans. So that being said, we're gonna spend a few minutes, and I'm gonna let you know what the plans are for this year so far. All right. So I've been in talks with the homie IQ, and IQ is one of several members of the NPC collective who I'm down with, and we are planning to tour together. He just finished his Kickstarter campaign. I finished mine as well shortly after his, and we are going to hit the road together. And of course, we're going to bring a couple of our friends along the way in different cities. So some dates are confirmed, not a lot because we just started booking it. But let me tell you some of the places we're planning to hit up. So we are doing we are doing a Midwest run, right? So I know we got Midwest representation in here now, so I'm gonna let you know the details in a second. But let me answer this question first. Will there be a live stream of it? Would love to see it live. Now, for the Words, Beats, and Life event, I don't know if there's going to be a live stream for certain things. But their YouTube channel is super active, and they usually put micro content and sometimes the full videos of certain things that they do. So I would say subscribe to their channel and definitely be on the lookout for that. I'll ask them because when I'm promoting this next week, I'll be sure to make sure I have a few answers for you. All right. Let's see. I know DBZ ain't your fave, Stan, so I'm impressed that you got that reference. You know what I mean? You know. Listen, it's not my favorite anime, but it's such a part of pop culture that a lot of times, you know, it's like even when people mention certain characters, when they say super, all these different things, like, you know, I get it, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's not my favorite, you know. I don't necessarily believe it's trash or anything like that, but it's just not amongst I don't love it the way some people love it. That's all. All right. Yes, Joshua, especially for people who can't make it in person. Indeed. So let's talk about things that will be happening in person. So I'm not posting the dates here yet for the tour because, as I mentioned, we're still confirming certain things. But also keep in mind for the first 2 weeks of the tour, like the events that are at the top of the tour, like at the top of the week, I won't be in attendance for. So in most situations, I'll only be able to do like Wednesday through like Sunday or Monday events. But as of right now, we're hitting the Midwest first and foremost. So I'll likely be in Kansas City on May 4th. More details are on its way. We're in talks with Chicago right now, possibly St. Louis. No promises there, though. We're also looking at Minneapolis and Detroit. We were looking at Texas dates, but right now, I can't confirm that I'll be on the Texas dates. So I'm trying to see if it's possible to rearrange one particular show to fall back and be in Texas toward the end of that run instead of having us up north. But that would make for some hard traveling from Chicago back down to Texas, especially after the homies are planning to hit it. But if that pans out, I will be sure to let y'all know. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But those dates, it's likely going to be going down from the tour starts Sunday, April 30th. Then I join the tour by like Wednesday, May 3rd, and I'll be on the road with them until about May 7th. So I will keep you informed for sure. So no Minneapolis date as of right now. I've been to Minneapolis, but I've never performed there. And there's been interest here and there, but a lot of times the guarantee wasn't enough to justify me flying out to do like spot dates. But anything can change. We're still booking, so I'll keep you posted. We'll definitely be in Chicago. I was talking to the promoter, because whenever I go to Chicago, I'm usually not just doing straight up rap shows. I'll do like a rap show, but I'm usually doing some community work as well too, because I got homies who are involved with certain organizations. So we're already in talks about a potential club appearance. That's not confirmed, but I'm already speaking to the head of a certain organization there, where we will be going to one of the juvenile detention centers, I think, in Cook County. So yeah, man. So that's coming together. More details forthcoming. So now let's talk about the West Coast. So West Coast dates will be from Wednesday, May 10th through May 18th. I will not necessarily be on all of those dates, but I am looking to join for like Seattle, possibly Portland, San Fran, LA, maybe San Diego, and Phoenix. So I will keep y'all posted. Again, everything right now is still beginning stages. None of the West Coast dates have been confirmed yet. Conversations have started though. So I will keep you posted on that. Joshua says, you came to Texas, fam. You already know. You come to Texas, fam. You already know. Man, listen, I'm definitely trying to get back. The few times I performed in Texas over the years, I always have a good time. And I got family out in Killeen, Texas. So, and Houston. So I definitely want to make my way out there. So if anything happens, obviously I will let y'all know. All right. But again, West Coast dates look like it's going to be from like, I'll be out there from May 10th. More than likely to about Monday, May 15th, if all goes as planned. I'll let you know once things are confirmed. All right. Yes. And so, of course, this thing died as my screen with the dates just died. So give me a second to. Yeah, my charger is in the other room. Oh, that's lame. But hold on, I got some info over here on the main screen, cause I'm resourceful, damn it. All right, let's see. I can tour. Nope. All right, it's not coming up. Anyway, after that, toward the end of May, we're going to be on the East Coast. Hopefully, I'll be available for dates from New York City all the way through to Orlando, Florida. So again, more details coming soon. I will keep you posted. But yeah, man, we already submitted some information to a local venue, waiting to hear back from them to see if they're interested, and what our backup plan will be if they are not. But yeah, man, definitely stay tuned. More details are forthcoming. But that is that with the tour thing. I will say that if you are somebody who's watching this right now, who's affiliated with a local venue, or you know a local promoter, preferably one who is familiar with my stuff, definitely like try to link me, or if you yourself are that person, connect with me. We can talk and we'll work something out. Malik is inquiring about Boston. So Boston definitely is a part of the plan. I just have to see. Oh yeah, no, I'm lying. Boston is a part of the plan for that last run on the East Coast, and I am available for all those East Coast dates, because the conflicts that I have on the other weeks are because I teach music business courses. So, but yeah, so we are talking with folks in Boston as well. I will keep you posted if anything works out. We're also in talks with folks. We're also looking at Philly as well. I think we still have to connect with some folks there. And we are in talks with someone in North Carolina already. Once things get confirmed, I'll keep you posted. Now, what is confirmed, though, for the East Coast dates, the one that is locked in, we will be returning to MomoCon. Clap it up for MomoCon. So that means your boy will be in Atlanta for MomoCon and performing again. And we haven't confirmed, but like there are some guests that will be joining me at IQ. Shinobi Stalin is one of those guests. The others I can't confirm just yet, but stay tuned, and more information is forthcoming. But let me know if y'all got questions. I see y'all throwing a lot of questions out already about certain dates or certain cities. I'll let you know. Y'all know I don't tour a lot, So I'm going to tell you like this, fam. You know, because I'm not an artist who relies heavily on touring. So, you know, you see, man, listen. So let's make it smaller real quick. You see all this salt and pepper, right? You see all this gray in my bed. Hey, fam, I ain't going to be doing this shit forever. So when I come to your city, fam, when I come to your city, just know that I don't come all the time. I don't come to these cities all the time to perform. You know what I mean? There's plenty of cities I pass through for other things I'm doing and stuff like that. But I'm not an artist that relies heavily on touring or actively seeks touring opportunities. So when I come through, fam, support. And know that, unlike a lot of artists, man, I make time, chop it up with fans, you know, sign autographs, take pictures, kiss babies, you know what I'm saying? Pause, no COVID, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? So come through. It'll be a good time. Shout out to any of you in the chat who've already been to any of the live shows. You know what it is. So yeah, man, I hope to see you on the road. Now, let me get something queued up because I think in a second we're going to get into some music. But yeah, if you get a chance, if you get down near Charlotte, North Carolina, I'll be out there. Yeah, for sure. We definitely have North Carolina on the list. So I will keep you posted on that most definitely. Hold on. Let me try and get this song queued up. All right. Bong, bong. And make sure that is good. Hold up. I think I got it. Okay. Yeah, man. So many things going on. All right. Let's see. If you can make it to Minneapolis, I finally have a way to make it there. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do Minneapolis. It's not on the list right now, but we'll definitely be in Chicago. So, you know, Chicago, or I should say we will more than likely be in Chicago. We're really close to confirming something, so that's why I feel so strongly about it. But yeah, you probably have a better chance of catching us in Chicago than you do Minneapolis. You know, so the youth event is definitely going to happen, and that should lead to us being able to lock in the actual show as well. All right, let's see what this next one is. What city or cities in Texas? Because you know I'm gonna have to catch a flight. It's a big state. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Like last time I think I toured Texas, like we just toured Texas. We didn't even do a full tour. We just did like 3 cities in Texas and kept it pushing. But yeah, right. The ones that came up in conversation right now, for sure. I know we talked about Austin, so I'll keep you posted when we get some other potential cities lined up. But on that note, let's jump to the next topic. Unless y'all have more tour questions. Otherwise, let's keep it going. All right. But thank y'all, man. I'm happy to know that y'all are interested. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this newness, this heat that is out right now. New joint called 1580. Most of you are already hip and know what it is, and you've heard the song. But for those who have not heard the song, we are about to play it right now for you. Right here on Substantial Weekly. So let's get this music popping. Hold tight. And y'all let me know if the sound is coming through by dropping something in the comments. Hold tight. Let's see.
I remember way back in the days. I remember way back in the days. Do you remember? Taking your class before this fall. Do you remember?
Yeah. Listen. Never aim to be a caricature. Always working on my character, bruh. People say they want the real, and I'm here still, but where is the love? Put on for PG4, I heard somebody rep where I'm from. Worldwide, I get it done before I overdo it. Share my soul, but I don't wanna lose it. wasn't put here for your amusement. You gon' respect the man more than you respect the music. From where your safety is determined by your address. Some live long enough to be legends and gain some assets. Though it's rugged where we struggle through the madness. Always knew we had more to offer, although we had less. Through it all, it was always me and my mother. My sisters before they moved out, and occasionally my brother. The homies and the radio that stayed on 1580. TV on the box locked, hoping one day that they play me non-stop, son. Back when me rapping wasn't as lucrative. And Hot Ones wasn't the show that they interview you in. Hostile, no poetic justice, only punitive. Cops was fucking with us daily, we weren't doing shit regardless. Treat you like a felon though. Trying to sell my demo, so I kinda was selling dope. Was more addictive than the music, acceptance. So we learned to turn our curses into blessings.
Money got souls of fame, but starving artists, no matter the road ahead. We make progress if you know, you know, you know. A little flavor for your soul, your soul, your soul. Keep on, I write like the book we read. Till the honest, lift it up or I rest my head. It's not a promise if you know, you know, you know. A little flavor for your soul, your soul, your soul. Enjoy.
A little kid from Fort Washington was always a Iverson Mall playing basketball in my David Robinsons. I moved to PG County when I was 5 or son, was rhyming son, but wasn't that biggie like Bedford Stuyvesant. I had the butter Tims, but Rick had the double soles. We was like brothers, so we would borrow each other's clothes. Get the most girls' numbers was our summer goals, and when she looked down at my feet, she'd be like, "What are those?" Jonah was our favorite pastime. Better not be outside if it was past 9. Dancing at the house parties, now you tryna smash, huh? I was playing video games, Sega and Capcom, fashions, RP55. And ain't they played Work the Walls like 50 times? At Patches Corner pool parties, it was really live. With your Peach Rock Creek and some chili fries. Suitland High's my alma mater. I was brought around a lot of different problem starters. Thought about just how to solve them. Calm and never thought of bothered. Even when it's hotter water, taught to keep it cooler than when you wearing a Eddie Bauer Parker. We would park up at the park and just spark up. Wasn't really long before a freestyle would start up. Run back and do my homework. Think of how my day be. Turn on the radio and just vibe to 15.
Money got souls of fame, but starving artists, no matter the road ahead. We make progress if you know, you know, you know. A little flavor for your soul, your soul, your soul. Keep on, I write like the book we read. Till the honest, lift it up or I rest my head. It's not a promise if you know, you know, you know. A little flavor for your soul, your soul, your soul. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, that was 1580 with me, DJ RBI, and my man T.Lucas. Thank y'all for listening, man. That song right there, it's one of those joints, man. I knew, like, Hey, bruh, funny story about my old Eddie Bauer. So I had an Eddie Bauer winter coat with the little fur hoodie and everything, like hood. Man, the joint was fire. Homegirl of mine, we had this little after school function. She gets cold, asked me if she could wear it. I let her wear it. And keep in mind, I'm in high school, but I bought this myself, fam. My parents ain't get it for me, right? Because I was always hustling to make extra money and stuff like that. I had homies who was selling. They were selling certain things. I was selling music, you know what I mean? Sometimes I was selling my demos or I was selling mixtapes that I would make. And every now and then I DJ and stuff and do different things to get money via music already when I was young. And so it took me a while to stack that bread to get this coat. It's a $300 coat back in the 90s. So you can only imagine what that coat would cost nowadays, right? So yeah, man, I let homegirl wear the coat. She put on the coat. I see her again about an hour later. She ain't got my coat on. I'm like, yo, why don't you have the coat on? She's like, what do you mean? I got hot. I was like, so why didn't you give me the coat? Yo, this chick took my coat off and just hung it on the back of a chair. It's a $300 coat in the 90s, fam. and it's like a popular brand, a popular coat. And yeah, that joint got lifted. You know what I mean? Every time T. Lucas says that, I relive that moment. Every time I hear that bar, I think of that Eddie Bauer joint I had. But yeah, man. Shout out to T. Lucas. He killed it on the joint. Another situation where I heard his verse and I went in and tweaked mine a little bit. I ain't scrapped my whole verse, but I definitely was like, oh, okay, got it. Some quick edits. Okay, cool. Now I'll re-record because he flamed that joint. Like I almost scrapped my verse, but it took him to be like, "Yo, you crazy? Your verse is dope." Blah blah blah. He was lifting me up. You know what I mean? But I definitely heard his verse and was just like, I mean, I know I produced it, so even though he killed it, I know that my production inspired him to rap that way, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I was like, oh nah, fam. You just can't come in here, just, you know what I mean, all disrespect. You're supposed to take your shoes off when you come to my house. But yeah, he killed that shit. Too hyped for the new album. Thank you, Malik. I appreciate that, man. Beat got an awesome vibe. Melancholic, but with this positive, uplifting tank. Man, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to the band South Penguin and their label P-Vine, which allowed me to sample that record. The record is called Speak, but it's spelled SPK. So look up South Penguin Speak if you want to hear the original sample. And you don't get to hear people tell you that often. So, but it's actually in the credits listed on YouTube. So that's why I'm just sharing it with you because, you know, we officially did that. You know what I mean? Laughing at me about the coat joint. Man, that shit hurt, fam. Send her the bill. Yeah, fam. Listen, she ain't, man, ever. I see her and her family doing well. I was like, man, I could use that 300. I got babies. You know what I'm saying? I got kids too. But anyway, great way to describe it, John Woo. Yeah, seriously. Love this track. Talked about it to my homeboy who was originally from PGC but moved to Seattle in the mid-90s. He thought 1580 was an AM signal for W. So, he's right. So 1580 was the AM signal for WPGC, which WPGC is still around, but 1580 is a station that they had for just, with the format of hip hop and go-go. It only existed that way on the AM dial for a year. So that's what made it so crazy. You know what I mean? We had a year of that and then it just vanished. Damn, sorry for you losing that coat stand. Hey, bro, hit the part that I almost never tell, but it's, one would just make the connection. Fam, when the event was over, I had to go home with no coat. It was wintertime, dog. Like, it's a big ass Eddie Bauer coat, but I had to go home with no coat because of this chick, yo. Shit was crazy. Anyway, I love that rivalry you two have. Yeah, man, and that rivalry has existed since we were in high school. Like, we literally the first time we met, we battled. That's how we met. You know what I mean? Was battling. So, yeah, man, love T. Lucas, man. Super dope MC. Support that brother. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Got me thinking of my Flint days. Word. Let's see. My man said, I got babies. Love this track, man. Nah, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. I'm really happy that y'all enjoyed the new track. More to come, man. I guess we should probably talk about the album. So let me take this off the screen for a second because I think the next thing is a surprise. Yes, it is. Okay, just confirm. So the next thing that we're going to talk about, we're going to let's put this up here on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Album watch, Adultish update. You know how we do. So let's talk about Adultish since we're already talking about Adultish. Might as well keep it going. Here's where we are. As of right now, 50. No, actually, I'm lying. I want to say about like 70 or 80% of the album is mixed now. And I think 3 of those 8 tracks still have to be mastered. And then Tone Deaf has 2 more songs to master. So yeah, man, we are super close. We are super close to the audio being completely done. And just this week, Naturel, shout out to Naturel. Shout out to Tone as well for killing the mixing. And also shout out to Naturel who finished the art for the vinyl cover. So just a heads up real quick, the vinyl cover will be different than the CD cover and also the digital cover. However, you will see his art in digital form, like maybe for like the instrumentals or something like that, or maybe I'll release the album as deluxe edition with the songs and instrumentals together online with that cover. But without further ado, if it's cool, I'm gonna show y'all the cover and give you the story. And at some point in time, we're gonna invite Naturel on the show so we can have a whole conversation about our history and why this is the cover. All right. So if you've never seen Naturel's art, be sure to check it out. If you've seen artists who use excuse me, get some water. But if you see artists who basically use triangles to design their art, he is the one that made that popular, right? Like he is an artist that's had a lot of success over the years, and he did this cover for me, which is dope and really unique. So here it is. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the cover, the deluxe edition vinyl cover for Adultish, right? So you can see the pattern that was originally designed by myself and Ryan Espelita. But let's talk about that money on the album cover, right? So before I even tell y'all, I want to know, when you see that, what do you think that, like, what vibes do you get from it, right? Like, what is it saying to you first and foremost? You know what I mean? Let's turn it into art class for a minute. Let's go to art school. All right. So let me know in the comments and stuff what you think of it. What do you feel like the story is? What are you getting from it? I know you all haven't heard the album, but definitely let me know what you think. And I think while that's happening, let's throw an instrumental or something on in the background. All right, because we do have, for those who don't know, the instrumental, the 1580, is available on Bandcamp. It's also already on Patreon to those of you who are Patreon supporters. So be sure to check it out there. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to go ahead and play the instrumentals right now while we talk about the cover art. All right. And shout out to Bandcamp also for introducing playlists now, because they weren't doing that before. You know what I mean? Took them long enough, but, you know, I can't be mad at Bandcamp for too long. You know what I mean? All right. But yeah, man. So, again, if you got questions about the cover art, let me know. All right. Got our first comment about it. I will break it down in a second, but I want to get this instrumental popping first and foremost. There we go. Jesus, it's hiding from me, son. Go back. All right. Instrumental. All right, we're going to put on a different instrumental. So instrumental to a different song, and then maybe we'll play the other one later. But in the meantime, in between time, get this going in the background. Fine. All right, so first and foremost, so this cover art again, yes, there we go. Okay, now we can have this conversation. So, yes, Malik says it reminds me of Monopoly money, to be honest. So, something adultish. Yeah, okay. You know how, listen, man, if you're an artist like me, sometimes you come up with ideas, and I can't say me in this case, but Naturel, sometimes, you know, you come up with ideas and you're trying to do something that's different. And there's a fear that people won't necessarily make the connection. So, yes, this is part of it, right? It reminds me of Monopoly money, to be honest. So, something adultish. Exactly. Like, Monopoly is a game, right? So, when you think of game or board games, you think of children. But it's a game that's very popular amongst adults. So, it's kind of adultish, so to speak. And so is the game of life as well, where both of these games deal with adult concepts, but still walk that fine line of being like a form of children's entertainment, even though it's dealing with adult concepts. So absolutely, you know, play money, colorful money, adultish. But now let's talk about the amount of money that's up there. Let me know if you're able to see how much money that is. All right, and then I will break that part down next. Soul Tiger says, the money and colors remind me of a mix of utilizing real life money for whatever an individual needs / wants, and the board game Monopoly. Word, exactly. All right, Frank, have a good one at work, man. Good to see you up in here. I feel like it represents the monopoly of life. Word. All right. It makes me think of something related to humble beginners. Yeah. Hey, man, I cannot wait to send this video when it's done to Natural, because he's going to be super happy. So, yeah, so the amount of money that y'all are seeing on the screen, right? Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's hard to see like right now because it's probably like some of y'all are watching on screens. This is going to be on a vinyl record that's going to be a lot bigger. But the amount of money is $33.22. And that specific amount of money is directly connected to my humble beginnings indeed. So I'm not going to say much more than that because I want to save something for the album. But that specific amount of that specific amount of money is very much connected to me and my start in this industry. And so on the album, you'll get more on that. But that was a conversation that Natural and I had. And he, for as long as this dude has known me, right? Because he's, I think he turns 40 this year if he hasn't turned it already, and has known me since he was 10. So we've known each other 30 years. And he never knew this story of, he was there for my humble beginnings, but never knew this particular thing. And when he heard the story, it motivated him to go a completely different direction with his interpretation of what the art, the cover art should be. And that's how we ended up with this. But yeah, so I'm not going to give you all the gems just in one sitting, but I love the fact that y'all were able to pull a lot of what he intended, like by taking a look at this. But yeah, man, got to join a meeting. Hey, peace, Last King. Good to see you up in here, man. Take care. But anyway, that's awesome. I'm glad you were able to catch that. So yeah, man, I'm going to definitely share this video with Natural. I'm sure it's going to make him happy. And, at some point we'll have him here on the channel so we could talk more and y'all can ask him questions. And I'm just looking forward to seeing this lot larger. And a quick reminder that we are doing my live from home in 2 weeks. And when we do the live from home, and I'll just put it back up here again so y'all don't forget, when we do the live from home on March 31st, I'm going to give y'all a preview of what the vinyl record is going to look like. Because it's sexy. It's sexy. So we got mock-ups for it. I'm just waiting on the music so we can get everything submitted. But the different colors of money could also signal that the money at different stages of life means so much from age to age. Yeah, man. Super dope. Super dope. Okay, cool. Listen, man, whenever we kind of go left with certain things, we're always concerned whether or not people are going to see where we're going. So I'm really excited to know that, the idea that Natural had and what we discussed is translating really well. But yeah, man. But again, just know that Adultish is coming up. Those are the features. Once again, that cover that you're looking at there was the original artwork for it. We're still going to use that cover, and you're still going to see part of this on the back cover of the vinyl release. So we're going to have this cover as the digital joint, and it's also going to be it's also going to be on the CD as well. And that art, the Natural design, will be the fold-out cover that's in the inside of the album. But yeah, man, yeah, it's exciting, to say the least. So yeah, that basically I think that covers everything I had for y'all today. So we talked about tour updates. We played 1580. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like I'm kind of feeling generous. I kind of want to play something for y'all, but then I kind of don't want to spoil anything either. You know what I mean? We got 13 people in here. I don't know. Y'all let me know. You know what I mean? I know Joshua McGee held it down with a contribution to the channel. Again, remember, contributions to the channel help me just run this channel day to day. But also, it's never mandatory, but always appreciated. But I'm going to put it out there. Let's say this. If we get 2 to 3 contributions in the next 5 minutes before we hit 1 o'clock as we gear up for the Q&A, I will let y'all hear a single that isn't supposed to drop until April 21st. There is going to be another song between there. But I haven't decided what that song is going to be. But if you contribute right now, we get 2 to 3 contributions. They don't have to be big. Yeah, I mean, it could be as small as $1 or whatever. I will go ahead and play a song just for y'all. Yeah, Eric's like, you should play it. Yeah, man. I definitely feel like sharing, so I'm open to it, but we'll see. But Joshua, you can't be doing this for everybody, son. Thank you, Joshua, man. I appreciate you. Oh, wow, man. Yeah, listen, look, I mean, Joshua doing it for everybody, I appreciate you, man. I feel like Joshua trying to put me on his taxes at the end of the year. That's what it is. All right, so look. Let's see. So I was joking earlier. We were talking about salt and pepper and all of that. And basically, one of the songs on the album is actually called Salt and Pepper. I'm not going to put the artwork and stuff up today, but I am going to give y'all a sneak peek. Of course, it's going to be up on my Bandcamp channel at the top. Not my band. Well, yeah, it's going to be a maxi single on Bandcamp. And it's also going to be on Patreon before it comes out. So, yeah, you know what it is. But Joshua doing it for me because I'm too broke. The struggle's real, man. Listen, we all got friends who hold it down like that. So I got y'all. All right, here we go. So I'm going to let y'all hear this. This song is called Salt and Pepper. This is an exclusive. Since y'all here holding it down with me, I'm going to give y'all an early preview of the joint. This disclaimer is the most unique song on the album. There's nothing on the album that sounds like this. There's little, if anything, in my rap career that sounds like this record. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna hit play now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Salt and Pepper.
Beard God status. Activate. Shout out to all my bearded brethren. From that young stubble to that strong black on black, and that wisdom and experience that you get with that.
Living legend ain't gotta die. Breaking flexing ain't gotta die. Truth is free, I ain't gotta lie. Come get this wisdom, I gotta lie. Salt and pepper, oh boy, you season. Fresh for nothing, don't need a reason. She seasoned too, my old babe. Cool and sweet, she sorbet. Always, all day. Been in good hands all state. Should've been new to forte. Old boy can't come to play games with it. From the era they used to slap plagiarists. Too break the hate, too authentic to fake. Trailblazing, made my own lane with it. It's seafood sub, the most dangerous. Y'all seafood subs with a drink and chips. I'm a 4-course meal stamp for golden seals with no tour or deal. I make bank with it. Come bang with it. Y'all show y'all ass, but ain't second shit. I'm way different. Got room to grow, I'm still learning. Y'all cash is ass, I'm still earning. It's all love and I'm serving. 2 decades of drive without swerving. Enjoy your moment. I'm built to last, my folks are spoken. Old man Logan, self-deroning. No master except the ones I'm owning. Grown man flowing, let me learn ya. Focus, you too concerned with the.
Look at all that wisdom. Oh, you like that? Come get some. Look at all that wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. Oh, you like that?
No fear, did it my way. Flip my bed like pie May. Went from no one over my name to sold out shows in Taipei. From up and coming to classic status. AI precise with this apparatus. Stay ready, game steady, you talk and practice. Carry that weight like Spike and Atlas. Came up with assassins on mics. Hats off the vice, I black out the night. Let me better take notes. Forever get better, I'm dope. Y'all do the most. While I get paid in my sleep, ironically I'm still woke. Whoa, I learned from young and the old. Oh, a master and matching the flows. Yo, building these bridges while sharing my vision. If you wasn't hip, now you know. Whoa, bend all the fiction, I handle my business. Your man's only mission is growth.
Look at all that wisdom. Look at all that wisdom.
Yeah. So that was that. Salt and Pepper, produced by me. Some additional production from Tone Deaf. Keys by additional keys, Rhodes and stuff by Marcus D. Shout out to Black Root, who you heard on the intro, who I also chopped his vocals for the chorus. Yeah, man. Getting Cowboy Bebop vibes from this. Like, this could be a fight scene. Wow, that's dope. That's dope. Thank you, man. That definitely a crazy idea. Stan, hey, peace. What's going on, brother? Good to see you up in here, man. Thanks for joining us. Absolutely. Maestro, peace. Look, and then, like, he just happened to have the Cowboy Bebop avatar. That's dope. That's like Black Root and Marcus D went ham on this. Yeah, man. So, like, it was dope flipping Black Root's voice, to pay tribute and salute the great Salt and Pepper, the rap group. But also, because the song's called Salt and Pepper because it really is about, basically aging gracefully in this business. And also, not trying to, adapt or whatever, or make myself look younger to fit in. You know what I mean? And just like, yo, listen, fam. Like, I didn't even believe I was going to live to be as old as I am. So, like, these gray hairs and stuff like that's a badge of honor for me. So, like, when people crack their little jokes and shit, crack the little corny jokes about, damn, you getting old, dog, blah, 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 and all of that. I mean, everybody going to hear it. If you that's a blessing. You're lucky to grow old. So, to be able to grow older and gracefully grow older in this business and in life, it's like, man, that's something to be proud of. So, with this song, it was really just like, let me do something that contrasts in a way where it's like, it's talking about me going older, but it's over a track that doesn't sound like something you would typically hear someone older rapping on, right? Like, and yeah, man, and just having fun with it. Obviously, if you know about Be More Club music, so some of the inspiration was taken from there. It's not the first time I've taken inspiration from Be More Club music, being that I'm from Maryland. There was a track called Ape Shit on Animal Arithmetic that had some Baltimore club influence as well. So, and yeah, man, and just writing with the bars, just having fun with the bars too. That track is crazy. I turned 30 this year and got my first 2 gray beard hairs. Dope. Welcome to the club. Guess I'm relating on a different level now. Yeah, son, you leveling up, son. Come on through, cuz. That's what's up, man. Let them youngins know. Yeah, man. I can do this too. Yeah, absolutely. Like the opening bars, man, I had so much fun writing it. It's like, living legend ain't gotta die. Gray and flexing ain't gotta die. Truth is free, I ain't gotta lie. Come get this wisdom, I got a lot. Salt and Pepper, old boy is seasoned. Fresh for nothing, don't need a reason. She's seasoned too, my old bae. Cool and sweet, she's sorbet. Always, all days. Been in good hands all state. They should have been new to forte. Old boy ain't come to play games with it. From the era they used to slap plagiarists. Too great to hate, too authentic to fake. Trailblazing, made my own way with it. Is seafood sub the most dangerous? Y'all seafood subs with a drink and chips. I'm a full course meal. I'm a full course meal. With no tour ordeal, I make bank with it. Y'all bang with it. Y'all show y'all ass, but they ain't saying shit. I'm way different. Got room to grow. I'm still learning. Y'all cash is ash. I'm still earning. It's all love and I'm serving. 2 decades of drive without swerving. Enjoy your moment. I'm built to last. My folks have spoken. Old man Logan, sub the Ronin. No masters except the ones I'm owning. A grown man flowing. Let me learn you. Focus. You too concerned with the Salt and Pepper bed. Shit was fun, man. Shit was fun. Peace. I hope y'all are doing well. Same to you, fam. Nice. Thank you for joining us. Hey, clap it up for my man, Nice Afro. Coming through in the clutch. I appreciate you, family. Thank you so much, man. But yeah, that track took me through an amazing trip. Excellent work from top to bottom with everyone involved, especially the flow and the track's energy. Wow, that's what's up, man. I'm glad you're digging it. So again, that track is going to drop about a little over a month from now, about 5 weeks from now. It's going to drop in March. And yeah, man, excited for the world to hear that one. Shout out these contributions. Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank y'all. But yeah, man, that's all I got for you this week. If you got more questions, feel free to throw them in. We'll open it up to like questions for like maybe 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna get out of y'all head, man. Let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day/weekend. Quick update on the song too. The song 1580, man. Shout out again to everyone for supporting the joint and keeping it in rotation. I would just say that, man, whatever platform you're streaming it on, just understand that these algorithms for streaming are very real as well. So people who, like, you hear the song and maybe you heard it a bunch of times and now you're skipping it, those skips actually affect the algorithm, work against the song. So something to keep in mind, keeping it in rotation, but also if you have the save feature where you can like the song or add it to playlists or different things like that, depending on what platform you're on. All of that stuff helps the algorithm. It helps make the song more available to other people who could potentially discover the track. So just something to keep in mind. When you're streaming over the weekend. I'm glad that most of y'all are feeling 1580. The response has been great so far, man. More to come. I needed a track like this in my life as I get older. I will definitely have this as my anthem once I get the salt and pepper in my bed. Word, man. That's what's up. Super hot fire. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you. I don't know how much I would be into it, but I would love to hear you on a different type of album, like how Lupe did drill music in Zion. I think you would eat that. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, after this album comes out, next thing in the queue is the next Bop Alloy record and Adultish 2.0. Adultish 2.0 is going to just be an EP with some of these beats that people gave me while I was working on the album. And it's going to have some of these tracks and maybe a few remixes of tracks that are currently on the record. So definitely most of those kind of fall in line with what y'all usually hear me over. But I'm open to the idea, man, of doing, listen, no slight at any MCs or any other artists who are in this lane, this jazz hop lane, jazz rap lane, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like if you really listen to all that I do, I jump out there on different types of tracks, right? Like I ain't really just, the album might kind of keep a certain vibe. And even this album, right? Like if you listen to the songs I've released so far, I switch it up from track to track. So I'm definitely open to that, man. I just got to find someone who's down for the collab, whose stuff, has elements of what it is that's kind of like my signature sound while still pushing it in that direction that's very different than what I do. Because I'm not like a lot of artists who, there are some artists they're getting their money and they're going to produce songs over and over again that it just sounds like it could be the same thing. Their styles don't really switch up, Listen, man, like all of us are not on the same level, fam. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I know a lot of my name get mentioned with a lot of different folks and blah, blah, blah. But there's levels to this in terms of what we all do creatively. And there are people who are great at the lane that they exist in. But I've never been one that's been content with just kind of being stuck in this one box that people love to put me in. So I'm absolutely open to it. And I think for some of y'all who maybe haven't dug as deep in my catalog, dig a bit deeper, you'll find some stuff in there that's kind of like left field or like not what you would expect to hear me over. So, yeah, man, I appreciate the comment, though. Definitely, Joshua. Anything possible. Got to get you on Minimal Effort Radio podcast, bro. Hey, man, hit me via email. You go through my website, iamsubstantial.com/contact, I believe. And you can shoot me an email, man, and we'll set something up. All right. Whole album sounding like Substance would be nuts. Word. Yeah, I don't do there's not a whole lot of tracks with me just kind of going off doing the punchline battle rap stuff that I came up doing. So, yeah, man, that would be fun, It wouldn't take as long to make because I wouldn't feel the pressure to be saying something different or saying something that is really, really focused on where my mind is like right now and how I feel about the world. Let's just get on the album, talk shit for like 30, 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Have my fun. Let me live. Peace, brother. Hey, man, good to see you, fam. Thanks for tuning in. Just listen to 1580. Probably my favorite track for this album, yet the flow and instrumental are perfect. Wow. That means a lot, man. Thank you so much. Yes, fam, I'll look out for that email. Definitely let me know. But, yeah, man, so I think I'm going to wrap it right here so I can go ahead and get to some other things or whatever because, I got to finish promoting this record. Shout out to Black Fist Radio as well, who are doing radio promo. So for those of you who still listen to college radio or like certain underground hip hop shows, don't be surprised if you hear the song in rotation because we, part of the Kickstarter campaign and y'all helping with the budget for that allowed us to be able to put money aside specifically to promote the joint. I missed your question, Warpath. Oh, yes, I did. My bad. What are some of the most important messages / lessons you've learned from fatherhood? Ooh, yeah, man. Listen. Definitely, patience is probably the biggest one, right? Like, people underestimate the amount of patience that is required to teach like someone who hasn't fully developed mentally yet, right? Like, so, and they're, and kids are so capable. They're very capable, but like oftentimes the clock that they're working on, it's not synchronized with yours. You know what I mean? Like, the time is moving different for you both. And so the amount of patience that is required to be able to work with a child, to help them learn, it requires you to do some learning as well. And so that has helped me a lot in terms of collaboration with other people. I mean, hell, like even working on this album, this album is really behind schedule right now. And I'm keeping my cool mostly because I feel like, I'm trying to show some grace and not really press out my friends who are great at what they do and allowing them the space to be great without too much outside pressure from me, because I want them to do the best that they can do. And so I feel like that's something I learned definitely from being a father. You know what I mean? Like there's moments where I will like really, really press my daughters really hard about certain things. And then the moment I fall back and kind of give them space after clearly articulating, what it is I needed from them in these moments or needed them to do that's going to be good for them long term. The moment I stopped pressing them after really, really making the message clear and just kind of gave them space to grow, they got where they needed to be or surpassed it. And so I feel like when you're collaborating in art or in anything, just understanding that not everyone is operating on the same time that you are. And that if you're going to collaborate, like part of collaboration, a major part of it is patience and understanding that everyone has a different workflow, So, yeah, man, that's probably the biggest one or the most important one. Thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know I missed it, too, because I'm glad I had the chance to answer that. Chance the Rapper shared a story about Bobby Caldwell, thanking him, saying it's an honor to have his music, it's an honor to have his music sampled. Peace to all. Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out. Bobby Caldwell was the man. I've even done stuff where I sampled him like many years ago. You know what I mean? The song that everybody knows. So, yeah, man. Shout out and rest in peace to Bobby Caldwell. Condolences to his family. Yeah, man. And condolences to all the people who grew up with his music, who love his stuff, man. I was definitely one of them. I used to, when I was in honors course and I could hold a note fairly well or fairly decently back in the day, that was one of the main songs I would sing all the time. Fatherhood is absolutely a constant battle, fam. Absolutely. Sure, one more question, then I'm out of here. Yep, send away, brother. Let's see. Oh, Joshua says, got to be willing to know you may not have the answers as you know. Man, that, parenting is really, most of parenting is learning on the job, right? Part of the reason why my wife and I took as long as we did to have children, have our first child and then have a second, is one, we wanted our time together, right? Like a lot of couples, kind of, once they get married or early in their relationship, they have kids as quick as they get together. And, we took our time. We had a good, a good 5-6 years or something like that together before we got married. Yeah, like 6 years together before we got married. And then, what was it? Another 4 years before we had kids. And part of the hesitancy was like, making sure we were financially stable, but then also making sure that we knew, we were as prepared as we believed we needed to be. And what people will say when you say, I'm not ready yet, they'll say stuff like, you'll never be ready. And I didn't fully understand that until we had our first kid. And it's because no matter what you think of, there'll be a situation that arises that you didn't think of. And so that's what people are really saying. And I think that would make people feel a bit more comfortable, or, help them realize how really ready they aren't or will never be, if people said it like that. And most people don't say it like that. They'll just say, oh, you're never really ready. And it's really because there's a ton of stuff, like no matter how many books you read, no matter how many parents you talk to, there's a ton of stuff that's not covered in that. You know what I mean? I got crazy stories of what I've had to take my kids to the hospital for, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no, even if I told them something like that, similar might happen to you, but it could happen very differently, but ultimately end up with the similar results, right? What are some surprising things people might not expect from you when they meet you in person? I think the thing that surprises people the most is how much I curse, right? Like, especially if I know if the kids are around and stuff like that. And I don't necessarily have to edit myself. I've pretty much got it in check. You know what I mean? I don't have to curse at all if I don't want to. But at the same time, I feel like it's funny how we call cursing adult language, but at the same time, we consider someone immature if they curse too much. It's kind of the irony of life, right? Yeah, cursing is probably the most adult-ish you can do, right? It's like, it's the definition of adultish, right? Like, it's supposed to be an adult thing, but if you do it too much, you're considered childish. So, like I've heard from fans multiple times when they saw me live. We're in a 21 and over venue. And they were surprised. It's just like, they're like, yeah, I didn't realize you curse so much because there's not a lot of cursing in your music. I'm like, shit, well, and then I just go in. But it's like, a lot of my live show, it's conversational too. So there's like talking in between it. And so I'll say different things or whatever. Sometimes stuff is a bit more serious. Other times I'm cracking jokes. But yeah, it's, I'm expressing myself. And, I heard Bruce Lee describe martial arts as like the highest form of expression, because when he hits you, like he's not, if he wants to use his fist to express how he feels in that moment, his anger, his frustration, his concern, whatever, there's no rules or guidelines to how I should be able to physically express myself. And so I feel that way with words. Right? Like if I hit my toe and I'm in excruciating pain, ow, ouch, doesn't really express how much pain I'm in if I just broke my toe, fam. Like, so in these moments where I'm not in a setting where I don't necessarily have to limit the words I'm using because of children being present, or because of the rules of the venue, you know what I mean? Then like, yeah, fam, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, But like on record, I'm a bit more selective with what I say because ultimately those records outlive me. And I've seen what it's like where I've said certain things on record where at that time, because of where I was education wise, And life experience wise, I didn't understand how offensive certain things were because I didn't spend too much time with people from different communities to really understand why that was offensive. So I understand the importance of that, like in these recordings and stuff like that. And also even when I'm talking, but like, if shit feel like the right word in the situation when I'm just having a conversation, then shit, I'm gonna say shit, you know what I mean? Or whatever else. So it is what it is, but word. All right. Like personality wise or traits. Word. I think I covered that. Love her more than life, but some things I can't teach you. Yeah, man. Timeless and important message you put out a long time ago. Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. It's real. I don't remember you cursing at all when meeting you at Anime NYC. Yeah, I think like if we were just probably talking, like, it depends, because keep in mind when you met me at Anime NYC, I can't remember if my daughters were present because I try to be mindful of that when the kids are present, especially my youngest. My oldest, she's in high school now, so she probably hears me a bit more cursing a bit more than I used to when she was younger. But it is what it is. It'd be refreshing. Word. Yep, don't forget to subscribe. All right. So on that note, family, this time for real, I'm out. Thank y'all so much, man, for tuning in. All right, they were. Yeah, see, and that's it. Yeah, like if you met me in person and I wasn't cursing a lot, it probably had something to do with the setting or who was present. But like if I'm doing a show, my kids aren't there. There aren't too many kids. I mean, I think the last time I did MomoCon, I was going in. It was late. It was off the late night. And then I looked and saw some kids in the crowd. I was like, oh. And then I looked at the parent like, yo, we good? Or I need to roll it back some. You know what I'm saying? And the parent was like, oh, just go in. And I was like, okay, we'll shit. And just went in, But yeah, man. Anyway, y'all have a great weekend. Had a lot of fun today. I hope y'all are enjoying the music. It's been really dope rolling out these songs for y'all and letting y'all hear this album that y'all helped come to life, man. And so thank y'all so much. I will see y'all next week. And don't forget, 2 weeks from now, we are doing live from home, bringing it back to the channel. So be sure to check that out. And but until then, man, y'all have an excellent weekend. I'll see you soon, but talk to you sooner. Peace, peace, peace.